Another dearly departed show and another defeat for Sheffield United, who are still looking for their first win. It was Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. Far be it for me to be an apologist yet again, but they have played Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea now in consecutive games. So a difficult run of games just finished going into the international break. Obviously, that's not the reason they're down at the bottom, but I'm just throwing in there as a mitigating factor over this last few games that they have had a hard run and maybe some easier fixtures coming up, fingers crossed from the point of view of those Blades fans. But this one ended 4-1. They did take the lead, in fact. Just have a look through the team. So Ramsdale, Basham, Egan, Stevens is the solution in the absence of Jack O'Connell. Lowe and Bulldog there, obviously. Stevens cannot play in two positions at once. So they are weakened by O'Connell's absence. Berger, Norwood and Lundstrom. So Norwood returns and McGoldrick returns up top with Brewster. We spoke a bit about to what extent do you go back to what got you there in terms of Norwood and Fleck and McGoldrick, those type players. He's gone back to a couple of them. McGoldrick's going to score, but it's not going to work. And again, look at the star power. So Mendy in goal, James, Zuma, Silva, Chilwell, Mount, Kante, Kovacic, Ziyech, Abraham, Werner. So maybe in the grand scheme of things, you can look at that and say, come on, it's tricky. But obviously the Blades had a damn good go at challenging a lot of these teams just last season, didn't they? Here's the opening goal. Really nicely worked from a corner. So Bulldog has already gone short and received it back. And this is brilliant, I have to say. Cuts it back to the edge of the box. This is obviously an Alan Neil special, isn't it? Is that Berger? I can't see. It's a blurry picture. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Yes, it is. I can see the assist there. And look at Dave McGoldrick. We always knew. Learned everything he knew at Ipswich, didn't he? In it goes. And a beautiful flick back heel from McGoldrick into the net. Brilliant start, but sadly it's not going to stay that way for long. In fact, you can see 23rd minute. Tammy Abraham. Look, you hit it early and you get your aim correct. You've always got a chance. He does bobble it into the ground. It flies straight into the corner. So there's an element of luck in terms of he didn't plan that finish, I'm sure. Maybe he did. I don't know. But you hit it early. You get your rewards, don't you? And Abraham knows where the goal is, doesn't he? Let's just say. In it goes. Look, right into the corner. Bobbles up and past Ramsdale. Here is a pretty poor goal, actually, I think. Swung in by Ziyech, who's going to get a couple of assists in this game, isn't he? And I don't really know what Lowe and Ramsdale are doing there. Look, two things can be true. It is a good cross. But given it's that close to the goal, given Chilwell is on the blind side of Lowe coming around the back, do you make I make Chilwell third favourite in that scenario to actually get the touch and stick it in the goal. So disappointing, disappointing that one. And you look at the time, if you're going in behind as opposed to going in level, having taken the lead. Not a good one, really. There's Ziyech again, swings it in. Thiago Silva, he's up ahead of, that looks like McBurney with the socks rolled down, and Ramsdale. I'll give him a bit more of a pass on this one because it's the free kick's in such a dangerous position where it's just out from a corner, so you can get that real flat swing on it right at the keeper. They don't know whether to stick or twist, and yeah, it's just flicked in by Silva for 3-1. And look at that, it says an assist for N'Golo Kante, but it's a bit of a freak. It's Max Lowe just going into a 50-50 with Kante. He's facing his own goal, though, fatally. And we often play on this channel, where don't you want this one to go? In a 50-50 challenge where the ball could literally go anywhere, it goes there. And sadly, Timo Werner, I mean, give him credit. Look, straight through, and he slams that one into the net. It's great stuff by Werner. But a bit of a freak one, you have to say, there for the 4th goal. But 4-1 nonetheless, and Blades lose again. We're talking about the minutiae. The fact is they haven't won in any of these 8 games, and they've only got 1 point from the first 8 games. So again, as much as I'm an apologist for our dearly departed teams, you can talk about bobbly goals and lucky ricochets going for the star strikers, but it's 1 point from 8 games. So we're all self-aware enough to know that if you know, if you're a Blades fan or like me, you might have a slight bit of dearly departed bias, which should be left at the door, of course, according to what I say at the start of the videos. Tip of the hat to Chelsea there in 5th spot and on good form, 11 points from the last 5. Just worrying for Sheffield United, isn't it? I guess if you're thinking positively now, which I know it's tricky to do at the bottom of the league, you say, right, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, that's done over those last 3 games. We trust the manager in Chris Wilder. He's done brilliant things there at Sheffield United. Although this, I think, is literally the first time in Wilder's entire career, let alone just at Sheffield United, where he's had a losing run. He just seems to have, from what I know about him, he's just won at every club he's been at exponentially. So he's going to go back. Maybe they can have some kind of a soft reset or something, because they're not going to change the system. They're not going to change personnel too much. But what I would say is, if I were a Blades fan, I mean, you tell me, would you not like to see something a little bit more settled? Look, if O'Connell's going to be out now, stick with Ramsdale, and obviously Ampadu couldn't play, so maybe that's something that could happen. But could you not now stick with a back 5 if it is going to be maybe Ampadu at centre half and Stevens at wing back? And what do you lose by moving Stevens back? What do you gain defensively and what do you lose offensively? I just wonder whether you lose more with him not being wing back than you gain from him being centre back. I don't know. So maybe you can set up with Ampadu in the centre half positions and Stevens and Baldock still there. And then it needs to be something solid and consistent. I think Berger's definitely in there, isn't he? I think he's the one. And then, is it Lundstrom? Is it Norwood? I don't know. Is it Fleck? Is it Osborne? So come up with something solid. And then up top as well, there is now Sharp, McGoldrick, Brewster, McBurney. What's happened to Mousse as well? Burke. There's plenty of options that have played minutes this season. So I would actually like to see something maybe planned out for 2-3 games straight and just back to basics and get some solidity and win a game, and hopefully away you go as a Blades fan. So we'll do more in our analysis. You can see I'm a bit downtrodden talking about Blades because we all enjoyed them getting there and we hope they stay there, especially after they did so well last season. Tricky times for Sheffield United. It was Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.